Hello and welcome to Carlson and Chill. My name is Andrew.
And I'm Courtney.
And today's going to be a great day.
A great day for a podcast.
Unless it's a bad day in which it's not going to be so great.
Then you're out of luck, Chuck.
But it's going to be great. And you want to know why?
Say great one more time.
Great.
Why is it going to be great?
Because you're listening to us now.
Ayo!
And any day you listen to us is a great day, right, Courtney?
Right. It's great. I wonder what's the shortest amount of time I have laughed going into the podcast.
It usually doesn't take long.
It doesn't take long. That's okay.
We're recording this episode a little early because our week is about to get crazy busy with Independence Day and VBS coming up, so we're just going to record now.
Lots of kids, lots of fireworks, lots of stuffs.
Lots of barbecue.
Ooh, I can't wait.
And we have a special guest in this episode because Pickles happens to be in the same room that we're recording in. So if you hear little thumps and little bumps and little clangs and little bangs, that's probably the little rodent who's searching for a raisin right now. I can see him. He's stretching and his little hands are reaching out to Jesus saying, just one raisin, please.
And if this is your first time hearing about this, Pickles is our chinchilla.
The super cute chinchilla angel baby.
Super dusty boy that gets dirt everywhere and throws his poop.
He doesn't do that by choice. He just does that by...
I wish he would choose to not to.
I do too. There's a lot of things I wish I could choose not to do, but that's just the way God made me.
So how have you been, Andrew?
I've been good.
Good.
So far the week has been starting off pretty busy, but it's been all right other than that.
Yeah, how's work going?
Work is going good.
That's it?
Prepping for still prepping for VBS, and we have this time capsule. That's something that we can talk about.
Yeah, so our church is doing a time capsule.
A 50-year time capsule.
Mm-hmm, and we are going to bury it in September? October. And we will open it in 50 years.
That's 2075 for all you whippersnappers.
I'm not betting on being around that long.
The Lord Jesus might come back before then. We're hoping he comes back before then, but...
$20 he comes back before that time capsule gets opened.
All right, and inflation, $20 is going to be absolutely nothing, so I'll bet you on $20.
All right, bet.
All right, so $20, Jesus returns before 2075. You've heard it here on the podcast. It is set in stone.
What happens if one of us isn't here in 2075?
We'll have to be in debt to our childs.
Our childs? When I get to heaven, I'll say, hey, you owe me.
When we all get to heaven.
When we all get to heaven.
What a day of rejoicing that will be.
Yep. You want to know how my week has been?
Well, we didn't even finish the song.
Oh, I wasn't planning on it.
I don't care how your week has been. I want to finish the song.
Hey, my week's been good.
I know Courtney doesn't care when she just completely changes the subject and cuts me off.
Shut him down. I don't like singing a lot. I'm vulnerable when I sing, okay?
That's a bold-faced lie. Put the buzzer.
Okay,
put
listen.
the ding counter.
Oh my God.
The sin counter for Courtney, because that was a lie.
Listen, you are my husband and I'm comfortable around you and I'm okay singing in front of you. I'm not okay doing that in front of other people.
Okay, but
even when they're not here, I'm not okay doing it in front of the microphone.
Okay, but you can't say that you don't enjoy singing when you do it literally every day.
I enjoy singing, but not around people.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Well, then make sure you clarify that next time where you're going to get another counter on the counter.
Listen.
So we've been prepping getting this time capsule put together for quite some time, and there's definitely a lot going into it, but very soon we'll be taking family photos and putting those on archival paper.
I'm really excited for that because we're going to do church photo and family photos.
Yes. Like one big group photo in front of the church.
I want a copy of one of those.
It's going to be awesome.
Are you going to hang one in your office?
Believe it or not, I was going through the registrations today. Everyone wants prints of their photos.
Oh, that's so good.
I know. I was like, I wasn't expecting that, but people are like, I want the prints.
Yeah, I bet. So we asked people if they would be interested in purchasing prints of their photos, and then all of that money is going to go towards the photographer who volunteered to do this, which was very sweet, and also anything cost related for the time capsule. So the special paper, special pins, stuff like that.
Yeah. It turns out in order to keep something preserved for 50 years underground, you gotta get the good stuff.
Who would have thunk?
There's so much that cannot go into a time capsule. And if you think about it, it does make sense. But like any biodegradable things or
It pretty much like came down to you can put just paper in there.
And even then, it's got to be
The
special
special
paper.
paper. Yeah, it's crazy.
But you can't put in metal because it rusts. You can't put in wood because it releases a chemical that makes other things degrade over time.
You can't put in technology because it probably won't work in 50 years.
You can't put in rubber because that also breaks down and makes a gas that's very dangerous.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, when something breaks down in something with no way to escape, no oxygen.
Yeah, I would have not thought of that.
Yeah, it can get pretty rowdy pretty quick.
So anyways, we're pretty excited. We have a fall festival going on, and the day after that, right, is when we're burying it?
It's the week after that.
The week after that. And we're going to do a cool bench with it and make a pathway and make it look all pretty. It's going to be epic.
Yeah. So we're really excited to see how that comes together. And the team, Courtney and I are on the team behind getting it all put together. And we're really happy to be a part of it. And
it's been fun.
For as short of a time as we've been a part of this church and this community, just being a part of something that, a legacy that we leave behind 50 years from now is pretty exciting.
Yeah, so cool. Can't wait.
We'll keep you up to date on the time capsule and when it gets buried and stuff.
Mm-hmm. What have I been up to?
Well, when I walked up to you today, you were doing something with stickers. What was that about?
I was doing stickers. So I have... Andrew's giving me the side eye. So I haven't had a lot of time to focus on hobbies, and I really like to be crafty. So this week is my crafting week before everything gets crazy and I can't do it. I think that kind of segues into our topic for the day, which is hobbies. And then imagine that in like little luminary letters across our heads with like twinkle stars.
Yeah, Courtney's making hand motions that you definitely can't see, so
yeah,
that doesn't work for an audio medium.
I keep forgetting that every time I make a motion, you guys can't see it. And so Andrew is the only one.
So you just have to imagine Courtney doing the SpongeBob imagination
yes,
rainbow.
That's what I was thinking. Imagination.
So that is what Courtney's doing right now.
Yeah. So this episode we're going to talk about hobbies.
And now I get a chance to talk about what I've been dying to talk about for the past 2 episodes.
But before you do that, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you several questions, maybe.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Okay.
So, okay, my first question is, when you think of hobbies, what's the first thing to come to your mind?
Video games.
Video games?
Yeah.
For you? Okay. And then also, I wanted to talk about hobbies and relationships and marriage, and what do you think about that?
Yeah. So, do you think that our hobbies mesh together really well, or do they clash?
I think we're pretty, split. I think that, you do things that I enjoy or like to watch you do. And I think there's things that I like to do that you don't mind doing with me. But then we also have our separate hobbies.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's okay.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
So, yeah.
I enjoy when you play video games with me. And I enjoy just kind of turning off my brain and putting on, a podcast or something while I play a game.
Yeah. This is something we kind of talked about at the beginning of our relationship before we got married. But I feel like it's very important to still, have your own hobbies. Do what the other person is interested in and spend that quality time together, but also take time to fill your cup and do the things you like to do.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then things just aren't going to be very fun for you in life.
Yeah, and I'm genuinely interested in the stuff that you do. You do a lot of craft stuff. You do a lot of baking. And while I don't stand there and watch you bake...
Thanks for not staring at me.
But I like seeing you, sew and do things you crafted with the stickers and painting.
Yeah. And I genuinely love watching Andrew play video games. Sometimes I will admit I don't love playing them, but I do like to watch Andrew play them.
There are some games that are really enjoyable to watch, especially the one I will be talking about.
Yeah.
But that's why there's Let's Plays and so many videos on Twitch and YouTube where you just watch someone play a game. It's because a lot of times you don't have the time to really invest in such a thing, but it's fun to experience someone else playing something that you want to play, and then sometimes it makes you want to play it.
Yeah. So going back, what got you into video games? Is that your main hobby?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, ever since I was little, as soon as I got my hands on a Game Boy, it started with the portable games because my parents didn't have anything that plugged into a TV, so it was all portable to myself. It was Pokemon. It's pretty much all I had.
I mean, Pokemon had a chokehold on everyone.
Yeah. But it was something that passed the time. It was a very time-consuming game, but it was a very enjoyable game. Just going around fighting other monsters and getting stronger. And that was the way it progressed. And that formula hasn't changed in the 25-plus years Pokemon's been around.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would say the formula has definitely gotten stale. I'm not a Pokemon fan now, but I was when I grew up.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed having something I could control, and that's something that video games and movies and TV shows are separated from. Because video games, you have control over what you do, whereas TV and movies, you're watching the main character and their story. But video games are like, this is my story.
Oh, that's a good point of view. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, and that's why I enjoy them so much, because when you play a game like Pokemon, you are the main character. You name your character yourself, usually, or some goofy name. I definitely named mine Andrew, or Oliver, or something like that. But I was the main character collecting Pokemon and defeating the gyms and becoming the Pokemon Master.
Yeah, cool.
And when you're playing a game like Mario, I mean, you are not Mario, but you're controlling Mario, so you make the choices when you jump, and if you die, it's your fault kind of thing. But a lot of story games put yourself in the shoes of a main character that you control.
We're going to dive deeper into video games and why you like them and which ones are your favorite. But I wanted to also ask, do you have any other hobbies other than video games?
I just like things that bring people together. A lot of entertainment, whether it's board games or movies, or something like crafty.
Yeah, I will say, if you know Andrew, then you know he loves a good board game. And you know how many we have sitting in our closet.
But I like just being able to engage with other people and just have fun together, whatever that may be, or whatever activity that involves.
That's a great way to get to know people, too. So Andrew has a really cool game that he just recently finished. Do you want to talk a little bit about it?
Absolutely, I do. In terms of me becoming the main character, there was a story game that came out very recently that I really, really, really enjoyed.
It was a really cool setup.
And it's a French game, and its title is Clair Obscure Expedition 33.
And then at the end of this, you'll have to tell everyone what that means.
Yes. So I did not hear about this game at all. I didn't really know anything about it, but when it came out, it immediately got a lot of positive coverage, and after noticing that, I looked up the premise, and the premise is what sold me on wanting to play this game. The story consists of this world that has this figure, this giant being known as the Paintress. And every year, the Paintress, who sits in front of a monolith, paints a giant number on the monolith. And everyone of that age on the monolith disappears.
Crazy.
Every year.
Crazy concept.
And that's how the game opens. You play as a man named Gustave, and he goes and sees his lost love, who it is her day that she's going to disappear. And you walk with her to the edge of the town where the sun sets. The Paintress wakes up, she paints a new number, and then everyone of that age disappears, including the girl.
It was crazy. When they disappeared, they turned into flower petals and just faded away. And I literally was every second was like, Andrew, what is happening? Andrew, what happened? Why are they going?
You have a lot of questions like that, but you experience the world through the character, and you uncover all these things as you're playing. You notice that everyone who's going around is hopeful but not super grieving. But there are people who are wearing flower petal leis, and you know that those people are the ones who are going to be disappearing. And then you meet some quirky characters, and everyone seems hopeful and joyful, but it's this is the year that everything will change. This is the year that the expedition will stop the Paintress from painting ever again. And that's when you step into the 33rd expedition, and you travel to the mainland where you go on a journey to stop the Paintress from painting again.
So how would you classify this game? Is it a role-playing game? Is it a fighting game?
It is a turn-based RPG. So what that means is you take turns fighting. When it's your turn, you choose what you want to do, and then you engage in the battle. But this game is slightly different, where it has some real-time elements. And what that means is you engage with you're fighting and not just let it play out like you're choosing what order to do things. It was really engaging, and I really enjoyed that. The best part of the game was, without a doubt, the story and the music.
The music was really good.
Super, super memorable. I've been listening to the soundtrack on repeat like every day.
Andrew listens to a lot of video game soundtracks, and some of them I'm not a fan of, but this one, I liked it because it was very, like, mellow. I don't know. There's just something about it that's really nice.
You could consider it ethereal. Like, there was a lot of French singing, and it was beautiful lyrics. And even though you didn't understand what they were saying, it just fit.
Yeah, it was super cool. Okay, Andrew, so if I've never heard of this game or never seen it, what is the story like for this game?
Really good. Like I was saying, you're experiencing like the rules of this world as you're playing, and you go through this expedition, and it's a very small crew, because not to get too dark or too deep into it real quick, but the moment you hit the mainland, all of your friends just die.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
And so you basically are trying to find your friends or who's left of your expedition, trying to reach the paintress. But the game revolves a lot around grief and how people struggle with it. But even though the game had really dark moments and got really depressing, it also got really goofy and it was really funny.
Yeah, there were some pretty cool characters.
There's these little creatures that are made of wood that they call the gestrels, and they look like little paintbrushes.
I don't say, is that the one with the little wispies on their head?
But they all talked like... And they all sounded really goofy and were like... All they wanted to do was make money and fight. And that's all they did. And so it would have moments of levity, and it would be like joyful and goofy, but then it would have these moments where it's like, oh my goodness, I don't even know how to bounce back from this.
Yeah.
Because there's this guy who's coming after you, the one who ended all of your friends at the beginning, and you don't know who he is or why he's doing what he's doing. But eventually there gets to a point where he comes back and he kills one of the main members of your crew. And it's like,
crazy.
Oh my gosh, anything can happen from now. So you're on edge, like the person who's with me might not be here the next moment. And you're traveling and you're uncovering all these things. But when it gets towards the end of the game, there's a huge twist that...
I was just going to say, so we've reached the paintress, we've reached the monolith, and there's a giant twist.
There's a huge
Spoiler alert if you want to play this game.
Spoiler alert, the paintress is actually keeping everyone alive. And the moment that she is gone, everyone disappears. And just like the whole world just comes to an end. And my jaw was dropping like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We lost. But one of the characters you play as is actually related to the paintress outside of, big spoiler, the painting. The entire world that you're in is just a painting that someone has painted.
That's so crazy.
And
that
so
concept is crazy.
You go back in with that knowledge and you just start painting like things that are super powerful. You paint all your friends back. And then you try and stop the one who's trying to destroy everything in the painting. But what it really boils down to is the son of the paintress died in a horrible accident, and they're keeping the painting alive because it has his soul inside of it. And so by keeping the painting alive, they're keeping him alive in it.
So this whole thing that they're going through is actually a painting.
Yes. That comes to a point where that character doesn't want to live a fake reality. And he's telling the paintress and the main characters it's time to let go, it's time to stop painting. But they don't want to, and so they get in a brawl. And you can choose one of two endings, and both are incredibly sad.
It was so sad. I watched the endings with Andrew. I'm like, what are we even watching right now?
It was bad endings both ways, but one was like continue living in this fake reality or let go and move on. And it was honestly my first choice was I didn't want to let go. I wanted to have that character still there because he was so important to me.
He was a main part of it.
Yeah. But the ending was so bleak, like you're just living in this lie. I would say the better ending was the one where you honor the character who died and you grieve.
For sure.
And the music just really hit home, just like the emotions that the characters were feeling.
Starting this video game, I would have never said that it would end on such a heavy topic of grief and processing, and you can choose to like let it go or harbor it. It was really interesting.
And another theme that the game really hammered home was the meaning of legacy. And this expedition, every expedition that came before left behind notes and things of importance so that the next expedition would have more knowledge and be even better. Mm-hmm. So the theme of the game that they kept repeating was, it's for those who come after.
Yeah.
And so what they worked towards was based on every expedition before. And you see all of your fallen expedition friends from the past 60-something years. And they're everywhere. Mm-hmm. But everyone left something behind to help you progress further than they did. And that's something we can all apply to our lives is, it's not about what we leave behind. It's for those who come after us.
Yeah, it was really cool that it had a lot of themes and things that you could take away and you could actually apply it.
It had really heavy, powerful themes that I genuinely got something out of. So the themes and messages of the game were something I could take out of it and apply to my life. And those are the most powerful forms of media to me, is I got something out of this and I want others to get the same experience.
Mm-hmm. That's super cool.
So, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, honestly my favorite game I've played this year.
And so after playing this game, Andrew looked up what that phrase means. Do you want to tell everyone what it means?
Clair Obscur is a French term, but what it is if you look at the moon, you know how there's light parts of the moon and there's those dark spots? Mm-hmm. Clair Obscur is the definition of contrast between those light and dark areas. So a painting that is clair obscur is one that is very heavily like dark contrast, and the light is the detail in the photos.
Yeah.
And that is one of the main themes, is light and dark in the game. Mm-hmm. So clair obscur, that's what that signified.
That's cool. I'm glad you found that game because I know you really enjoyed playing it.
I did. And it wasn't super expensive, and it was made by a small team, and they did a fantastic job on it.
Yeah, it was super funny because we had a girl from our youth group come over Andrew was talking about this game, and she said, "Oh, it's a French game? My dad's playing a French game." And Andrew's like, "Wow, I wonder if he's playing the same game."
Turns out he was, and we got to talk about that for a good couple hours.
And we found out he's an epic gamer.
Yeah, it's awesome to hear another epic gamer in this town. In terms of my favorite games, this one is definitely up there. And the games that I enjoy the most are the ones that you get this type of experience out of. And there's several games I've played that are similar, where the story just really hits you in a way that you weren't expecting. But it's a story you can only experience in a video game because you're the one in control. Mm-hmm. Unlike a movie, where movies can have powerful messages too. But a video game hits differently because you're the one in control. So Courtney, what are some of your favorite hobbies?
Where to begin? It's funny talking about your hobbies and video games and stuff and then going straight to mine because I'm like so opposite. And not even opposite in a bad way. I just I enjoy video games, but I enjoy doing other things too. So like today I was doing journaling, and I am really big into it. Not just like writing down my feelings and writing down everyday today things, but I really like to do craft journals. So I have a junk journal where I literally just take trash from the day.
The junk journals.
I take all my trash that I've collected and I put it into a journal and pretty much make like an art collage with it. I really like doing it. I think it's a lot of fun. These
days I can't throw anything away because I have to ask Courtney, is this for the junk journal?
Yep, and he's a good husband because anywhere we go, he'll take some things like, "Do you need this for your junk journal?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do. Thank you."
And that's how our hobbies can align with each other, because I somehow collect things that Courtney uses.
Well, I think a little bit of it is being intentional too in your relationship about the other person's hobbies and respecting them.
Yeah.
But I think it's fun that I can sit and watch you play video games, but you also look out for me. And even though you may not really understand why I like it so much, you still like encourage me to do what I like.
Yeah.
Which is super fun.
And like we've noticed that your first couple junk journals, the binding on them completely split apart from how fat the book gets.
Yeah, from everything you add into the journal, it just wrecks the binding. So I gotta pretty much like tape and staple and hot glue.
And invest in spiral notebooks.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm working on my third one and the binding already broke on it.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, so I do a junk journal, and then I also have a reading journal because another one of my hobbies is reading, which you guys know if you listened to the earlier podcast. And so what I like to do is there's this website, and I actually think Amazon owns it, but it's called Goodreads, and it's an app you can download on your phone. And you can log everything that you read. So I log it on Goodreads, and then I also do kind of like a junk journal style reading log to where I like post a picture of the cover and I write down like all the details of the books, how many pages, the author, like what I thought about it, a quote, just all the fun little things about it. And if I would read it again. And I write it in my journal, and so I do that, and I'm almost done with one of those. I think once I finish logging my books that I've been behind on, that I'll be done with it.
Have we even mentioned Bible journaling? That's something that you started since we moved here.
Yep, that's another one.
So that's not really junk journaling, but it is taking a Bible and like being crafty inside of it.
Yeah. It's funny. I literally just did a TikTok today about all my journals, and I pulled out 5 different ones, and I was like, oh, I might have a problem. But I seriously enjoy doing it. It's so much fun. But yeah, we do Bible journaling every other Friday at church, and Andrew found this really cool Bible journal for me.
Yeah, the ESV makes, or English Standard Version, makes a Bible that has scripture on one side and is a blank page on the other. And they have one for every book in the Bible.
Yeah.
And they sell them in sets, and the sets look super good.
Yeah, and they're like $100.
But they go on sale pretty frequently. How much did you get your New Testament set for?
Yeah, I did get my...
It was like $30.
I think like 23.
Yeah.
It was super cheap.
We were able to get Psalms, like a whole bunch of Psalms books, and that's what you've been Bible journaling through.
Yeah, it's been such a fun way to get into scripture. I want to challenge you, if you have a hard time reading scripture and you are creative, go ahead and do Bible journaling. It's so much fun. And honestly, cheat. Go to Pinterest and find a picture that you like that goes along with the scripture.
Yeah, even if you don't consider yourself crafty or creative, you can watch someone who has done a Bible, like literally every scripture has been Bible journaled.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you can see how other people have interpreted that scripture and what art they've created from it. And I think that's super cool.
Yeah, so we just take a chapter, usually in Psalms, we take a chapter, we pick out a key verse, and then we journal, and we just draw a picture that goes along with it. And it's so fun. It's a great way to be creative. It's a great way to get into scripture. It's a good way to have a new outlook into scripture, because sometimes I'm guilty of like reading over something like, wait, what did I just read?
Yeah.
So it's really good at reading it and picking out those keywords and verses and then journaling with it. So that's been super fun. I've really been enjoying that.
Yeah, and the Bibles just look super beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I think they make a spiral-bound version now, too.
Oh, they do. And
Yeah.
I want it so bad, but that one is very expensive.
It is a little pricey, but, God's word is priceless. And
Ooh, got him.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So what other hobbies do you have?
So, wait, I'm not done with all my journals.
Oh, sorry.
I just started a new journal today. It's a coffee journal. So I've been documenting all of our cool coffee places we've been to.
I think that's that's a hobby. I think that's a hobby that we both really enjoy, is just finding good coffee places.
Heck yeah. And the next time we go, I think it'd be fun. I saw some people do this on TikTok, but they had a little tote bag that they had some junk journaling supplies with them, and they ordered their coffee, and then they junk journaled while they were drinking their coffee. And I don't know, that's now my dream day. I don't know what I'm even saying. I'm just excited.
That's your dream.
So I started that journal. That's a coffee journal.
Nice.
And then the other real big hobby that I have is called post crossing. If you guys want to know more about this, I think we might actually do an episode on this, because I have some really cool and funny things.
You've definitely mentioned it before because you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, I've been doing it for, I think, 2 years now.
Yeah.
A year and a half? No, 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
It's crazy. Yeah, I'm up to like 170 something postcards that I've received. It's really cool. So you basically just log on to postcrossing.com, you register, and you get to send cards out to people all over the world. And then once they get that postcard, they register that postcard, and then people start sending you postcards. And it's so cool. The stamps are cool. People decorate them. Sometimes they just write a little note.
It's almost like a little outlet for junk journaling on its own.
Yes, and I love that it's a hobby that I can do and spend time and a little bit of money on, but it doesn't take up a lot of space.
Yeah, because you have limited space to work with on a postcard.
Yeah, so I found some cool albums at Hobby Lobby, and I've been putting all my postcards in there, and I just love looking through it. It's like one of my secret obsessions.
Honestly, it's so cool to just see all the postcards you get and where they've all come from. And it's almost like, because everyone loves receiving something fun in the mail.
Yeah.
Not bills. Get those out of here. But
Definitely not the bills.
when you get a card or you get a package, there's that feeling like, oh, I got the thing that I wanted. But the postcard's like a surprise. Like, you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
But they've all been so cool, just seeing what people write to you and where they come from.
It always puts a smile on my face. And I get one probably like close to once a day now. And it's just so much fun.
Yeah, I checked the P.O. box, and usually it's a postcard for Courtney, and it's like, oh, Courtney's got another one.
But other than journaling, I am just a very crafty person. I love to sew. I'm getting back into that. And my goal for this year was to learn how to sew clothes. And I'm currently working on dresses, which a couple of them have come out really well.
Your one teddy bear dress looks super comfy.
Thanks! Hot tip, if you want to learn how to sew, go to Goodwill or a thrift store and buy bed sheets and practice on bed sheets because you get a lot of fabric for a little price.
Because fabric is not cheap.
It's definitely not. And when you mess up, it's really disheartening because you're like, I just spent $30 on fabric and now I have nothing to show for it.
So practice with Goodwill. Would you consider gardening a hobby?
Yeah, I love gardening. I'm a little stressed about it this year because I had grand plans, but since we're in a new climate, a very different climate, it's been a little bit of a give and take. So things haven't really taken off the way I would love them to.
A lot of the plants died on the way up here.
Yeah, so all of my house plants pretty much died, and I'm so sad. And I had to leave. I love succulents and cacti, and I had to leave a lot of them with my in-laws because they wouldn't make it up here.
No.
So I could have put them inside, but I had literally like over 100 of them. So my mother-in-law is taking great care of them. But gardening's another hobby. Baking and cooking is a hobby. Honestly, I just think anything that I can have a like creative, expressive outlook on things, I just love to do. I don't know.
Are you taking credit for God's creation?
Yep. No.
Because God
I take it
created the
back.
plants, and you're just saying that plants are your creative outlet when God clearly made the plants.
Why are you turning this against me? Don't turn my hobbies against me.
I'm just kidding.
But no, I just like to have fun. And I've learned that I like to get out a lot more now that I'm not like sweaty 100% of the time.
True that.
I love being outside, and I never thought I would be a person who loves to be outside.
No.
But sometimes I just find myself going and walking around the house. Just, I don't know, aimlessly because I'm like, I just want to be outside.
Yeah, and being outside is not the worst thing ever now.
No, it's pretty great.
And how do you usually discover that you have these hobbies? Like, how did you discover that you enjoyed post-crossing or gardening or baking?
So I'm going to get real for a second. I really have, ever since I was little, loved art, been very creative. You can ask, like, any of my aunts, my sister. Like, I've always loved doing that. My sister is actually a really great artist, too. She'll tell you that she's not, but she is. And so, and my grandma actually did pottery. She had her own pottery studio at her house, and she had her own kiln, and she was amazing. She made dolls, she made pottery, all kinds of things, but it's super cool. So my family, I think, just in itself is very creative. And I kind of lost a little bit of that Not intentionally, just, growing up, had school, had other things to do. But when I started to really struggle with anxiety and depression and just feeling kind of lost in the world, I found that doing that kind of stuff really helped my mental health. And so, once I got into a routine when we were back in Florida, I would go to the gym early in the morning. Then I would come home and do my devotionals, my Bible studies, and then I would junk journal, and then I would send out my post-crossing cards. And I found that once I found that routine and that creative outlet, it helped my mental health 90%.
Yeah, and I definitely noticed a lot of improvement.
Oh,
just finding things that you enjoyed doing that were fun.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Honestly, no, I do know what it is. I think my brain just gets overloaded. There's so much nowadays. So much to do, so much to take care of, so much media input coming into my brain through, there's Facebook and TV and TikTok and Instagram and all the things, YouTube. And I feel like my mind goes a million miles a minute. And I feel like there's so much going on in my brain that I don't focus at all. And when I can sit down and focus on one thing, I think it really helps.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't use social media that much these days. And if you're listening to this on Facebook or YouTube or whatnot, thank you for listening to us. Speaking of social media, hey guys, thanks for listening to our podcast.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate you just taking the time to listen to us and have a great day.
It's an honor that you would want to listen to us.
So where can people listen to this podcast?
You can find us on YouTube.
You can find us on Spotify.
You can find us on the RSS platform.
Apple Podcast.
And anywhere else you listen to your podcast or music.
Pandora, iHeartRadio.
Pandora, iHeartRadio. Who uses those anymore?
Dang.
Actually, iHeartRadio, I think a lot of people use.
I think they
Pandora. Do. Hey, Pandora, are you okay? Are you still out there? No response.
I'll keep an ear to the ground. But be sure to mention this podcast to your friends and anyone who enjoys listening to a family-friendly, Christ-centered podcast with two goofy individuals who love being funny.
Yep, you can listen to us while you do laundry, you're washing your car, you're washing your dog.
Or washing yourself.
Okay.
I mean, you better be washing yourself if you're not. I mean, ew.
It's summer.
It's stinky.
But if you guys would go ahead and give us a follow, a like, or comment, and leave us a review, we would super appreciate it.
All right, back to the podcast.
So since we've been talking a lot about hobbies, I want to ask a couple more questions. One of them is being, how can someone have a hobby without spending a lot of money? Because I know nowadays, you walk out your front door and you're spending an arm and a leg.
Yeah, that's tough, especially because most of my hobbies involve acquisition of buying the thing that I enjoy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, while it's not something that I would recommend, especially with kids, but watching YouTube would be a great free resource to just watch new things and uncover new hobbies through that.
That's very true. If there's something you've ever been interested in, YouTube is your number one platform to go to
100%.
learn more about it.
100%.
But even I know these are some of the usual ones people list, but go out and get in nature, because like I said, I didn't even know I liked being outside until I went outside. So sometimes I feel like that's necessary.
And I mean, starting with a garden, all you need is seeds and soil. But if you get serious, you can start dumping a bit of money into it. But
yes, and actually that's a good thing to bring up. If you want a garden, check out your local library. Even here, our library has free seeds. So if it's in season, go and get some seeds from the library and just dig a hole in your ground and see what you can grow.
You can talk about your library expedition and getting that process done.
Oh, that's going to be another day.
Oh my goodness. She jumped between 3 different libraries and was told that she couldn't get a card because she had to get a card from somewhere else first.
Who knew it'd be so hard to get a library card around here?
Oh my gosh. And then the library card you got from the town that we're in is it's printed on art, an archival paper.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's great. But even going on a picnic, if you have a park, going on a picnic, finding a local park, and if you have kids, doing the jungle gym there. Library, great air-conditioned place if you don't like to be outside.
Library is another great free option, especially for books.
Oh, and nowadays, libraries have everything. A lot of places you can rent out, like, kitchen stuff, like pans.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know that either. I saw someone post, social media, saw someone post a TikTok about it, but they rented out, like a KitchenAid or something that had, like, the attachments. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Libraries being more than books these days.
yeah, and you can, I was going to say rent out. You don't rent. You can borrow a book about something that you've wanted to learn. So paper crafting, sewing, woodworking.
And you can definitely get lost in the sea of the 5-minute crafts of things from around the house. I bought a bunch of pool noodles for VBS, and I looked up 5-minute crafts on pool noodles, and they stretched the definition quite a bit.
For sure.
like one of them was putting a pool noodle inside of your drawer so that the utensils don't slide back and forth.
That pool noodle is still there. I opened up the silverware drawer. I'm like, what is this doing in here?
Oh, and yeah, I did end up putting a pool noodle because ours was sliding back and forth.
It wasn't even the right size, though. It still slides.
Well, it was the thought that counts.
You're right. I'm sorry, baby. You did a great job.
Thanks.
A++.
Yeah, you might feel like you have to spend to do the thing that you enjoy doing, but there's some free options out there that you can definitely find if you look for it.
Mm-hmm. And another thing, if you like working with your hands, if you like to make jam and jelly, if you like to sew, if you like to make your own laundry detergent, things like that, look up some groups on Facebook, because there are local groups that will meet together like once a month or something, and they'll do a swap. So it's also a great way to make friends while doing your hobby.
Yeah. Finding other people that enjoy what you're doing is not difficult to do these days, and
No.
you can find a community that you can participate with and you can swap with.
Yes.
If you want to.
Life is not just about working, eating, and going to sleep and paying bills.
And pooping.
There's more to life. So go out there and find something that you love.
And don't forget to shower, because you also need to do that.
Okay, yep. That's necessary.
I mean, in the list of things that we're supposed to do every day, it's not just eat, sleep, and poop.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
Just kidding.
Every time.
Sorry, we have to clarify that because we could get blamed for some of these things.
I know. Gosh. So, Andrew, what are you up to this week? What do you have going on? What do you have to say? What is your brain saying? I don't know what I'm saying.
You're doing very elaborate hand motions, and I don't know if I'm about that.
We
but
talked
anyway,
about what I liked, and I am wound up.
So, the Steam Summer Sale is happening now.
Hey, Andrew, what's a Steam?
So, Steam is the platform through which you play video games on a PC or a computer.
Oh.
Or among other things, but mainly computer. I picked up a game called Rusty's Retirement.
That game looked so cool. It's like a Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley simulator that stays on the bottom of your computer.
That's the main hook. It's a game that only sits on the bottom of your screen. So the top half of your screen, or like the top 2/3 of your screen, you can continue looking at websites and doing other things while the game plays at the bottom. So it's kind of like an idle gardening game.
It's like a Tamagotchi. You got to keep it going. You got to keep it alive.
So you have little plots and you have little crops, and your little guy goes around and he waters them, he harvests them, and he turns them into fuel. And over time, you can purchase little robots to help you do all those things. And so you build up this entourage of little robots gardening for you, and it's really fun to watch.
They're so cute.
Eventually, you can get like a dog or a piggy. And so I got little piggies and cows and all these little robots flying around, watering plants, harvesting plants, and just this really cool, fun little game to watch. And it was like $4, $3.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's not. And it's just a little game that sits on the bottom of your screen that you can be productive, but just have something going on in the background. The music's really chill. It's just really fun. I really enjoyed it, and that's Rusty's Retirement.
That's super great.
So what have you been up to, Courtney?
Well, you heard most of it, just journaling. This week is my week to kind of do what I want to do, because pretty soon we're going to be doing all the things. We got VBS, we got the 4th of July coming up. I have to do a study guide for our Bible journaling. We have girl small group. So just a lot of like church functions.
Do you want to talk about your TV show at all?
My TV show? Oh, yeah. So our friends let us borrow their Netflix. Netflix, don't come for us.
Cut this out. Netflix is going to come after us now. I can hear the sirens.
No. So I've been watching Sweet Magnolias on Netflix. It's about a little small town and 3 best friends. And they just talk about like their issues and all the different town things going on.
We live in a small town and have 3 friends.
Whoa, we do. Who's our third friend?
We don't have to call
can't
out
say it,
people. We
okay.
can't call them out.
But it's pretty much like a small town soap opera. It's really funny, but like I just can't stop watching it.
While I'm playing Rusty's Retirement, I hear, "Nuh-uh, no, oh my gosh, he's his dad."
And Andrew's like, "What? What's happening?" And I'm trying to explain, and I'm like, "I'm not doing a good job."
He broke up with her again?
Again for the 3rd time.
The 3rd time.
My goodness. Goodness gracious. It's been
What was
cray-cray.
the other big twist?
Oh, I can't say that on here.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's too much.
Too much. No more spoilers.
But yeah, but between watching Sweet Magnolia, I did pull my sourdough starter out of the fridge today, and I'm going to make another sourdough loaf. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's going to be pretty chill for a little bit.
So there's one thing that we've both been up to lately that I do want to talk about, and we're not sponsored or endorsed in any way by Pizza Hut, but we got to talk about the Pizza Hut Cheesy Bites pizza.
Oh my goodness.
So Pizza Hut decided to become the greatest pizza makers ever made, because they now make a pizza where instead of having crust along the edge, it's all cheesy bites.
And if you know me, I'm a sucker for cheese.
And they sell this pizza with 3 different ranch dips that are so good.
So the other day we ate a bunch of pizza and a bunch of ranch and went into a pizza coma, and it was great.
Honestly, it's the best pizza we've had in a long time.
It is really, really good. And there's so many different options for your pizza.
You can basically build whatever pizza you want on it. You just get the option to have cheesy bites around your crust and 3 different ranch dips. Mm-hmm. It's a match made in heaven.
If you're next to a Pizza Hut, recommend. Go right now and get some.
Unless your Pizza Hut has an infestation, in which case I don't recommend it.
Unless you're lactose intolerant, I also don't recommend
If you're lactose intolerant, I feel sorry for you. I apologize in advance that you cannot partake
Just
in
go
this.
eat it anyways. It's that good. Sorry, I had to.
Courtney's like, I don't care if you're lactose intolerant. You're going to eat it and you're going to like it.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yep, that's it. So, Pizza Hut Cheesy Bites Ranch Flight is what it's called.
That's a long name.
The Cheesy Bites Ranch Flight.
Yep. Well,
So, speaking of pizza, it's time for us to slice and dice. That's what I was going to say for sure. So, that wraps up another episode, I think. Thank you for listening, and we hope that you come back for the next one. All right, Courtney, leave us off with something meaningful.
You never work a day in your life if it's something you love to do.
Nailed it.
Voice just cracked a little bit.
My voice?
No, mine. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay.
So are you ready to be funny today?
Maybe I wasn't expecting to be funny.
All right, starting with the on. That's good. Get it all out.
And I think that kind of said... What? Why can't I say it? Segways? Segways. You never work a day in your life. It's a... Blooper reel.
I hope people don't get endlessly bored of me talking about Expedition 33 for 20 minutes. That was my tum-tum. iTunes or Apple Podcasts?
Apple Podcast.
Wow.
Do you want to just...
Throwback with iTunes.
Do you want to say
Hobbies,
Schmobbies.
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby. Will we get in trouble for naming it?
The Lobby for Hobbies.
Yeah.
Okay. Copyright free.
The Lobby House.